Hi dears, and welcome to Mars Musings of this week. Last week we looked at your current financial landscape, really looking at the 50-30-20% allocation of our monthly income, I would say, or how our expenditure is taken care of, and also the savings. And this week's taking it forward, I want to really look at our future financial landscape. So once we've kind of got down the budgeting, the current landscape, how we're spending, it's really important to start looking at the future. I gave this session to the women from the women's group coaching, and they kind of came back and said, this might be old paradigm. You know, abundance is everywhere. I do believe in this, and I also do believe in finding the two, structure and flow. Okay, so if you are all abundant out there, okay, let's find a way where the money can channel. That's what I would say. So money comes where intention goes, and I feel like the intention of this is to really build up your financial future, your nest egg, whatever you want to call it, but really settling in to those later stages in life, I would say. But the first thing to save for, and as the savings come out, the 20% I was talking about last week, it goes into an emergency fund. An emergency fund is between 3 to 6 months of your monthly expenses that you save in case of an emergency. Let's say you can't work, something comes up, you lose your job, or some projects don't come through that you're expecting to use for your finances. This is the emergency fund's kind of role to take care of you. Another one is the following fund that you would save for is a sinking fund, for lack of a better word, but that's what we use in it. And it's very much like bigger savings. For example, if it doesn't fit into your monthly budget, such as a car, larger holidays, anything you want to invest in, like, for example, the down payment for a mortgage or a house or something, this normally goes into the next saving. So what are you setting up to save for? And then the final thing I would also look at is the retirement savings, which has so many different ways of calculating it. But this is really for your future, your end life, wherever you want to call it. And Fidelity has a really beautiful measure, I thought, quite clear and concise on how to save for this and how to allocate it. So that's between looking at when you start saving for your retirement and then putting it away until they calculate at 67 years old. And their suggestion is that you have 10 times the amount that you were earning in the beginning saved for your retirement that then you can use for later age. Of course, this can vary according to circumstances, life. There's a graph that they've put, I'll put it as well below so that you can have a look at it. I thought it was quite simple in a way that gives us a framework. This is not to make you scared. This is not to say you haven't saved that amount of money. The whole idea is to give us a kind of road path or map of where you can go in your financial future, of where the money is going, how you would deal with it. And of course, we would go a layer deeper then to see where do these savings go. You're not just going to leave them in your bank account with 7-8% inflation without getting a return. So this is another topic that we would investigate, but really looking at what savings do you have for the future, how are you setting yourself up, especially as women. I would say nowadays it is even more important to be aware of your finances. Yes, we might be married, we might have family members taking care of ourselves. I just watched the documentary on Netflix from Madoff and just saw families who put all of their savings into it and lost it, you know? Things can happen in life. I'm not saying, okay, this is going to happen to you, but there's a sense of, okay, how do we take care of our own finances? You know, we might be relying on a partner, a parent, you know, things can change. And so I think the most empowering thing is bringing it back to ourselves and really having a vision. And this vision is what I'm presenting you now, because once we have a vision, we know where the money wants to flow. It can also come because we're putting it in certain ways. And also I've started really fun ways of saving with women where we have little accounts where you can put money in, you know, different ways to make it fun. I had one client before who didn't like paying his bills, for example, who used to put on, then decided, and used to lose receipts, by the way, but then decided to make it really fun. And we came up with a crazy name. And twice a month on a Friday morning, he would put on fun music and just be like, yeah, I'm doing this, you know? So we can turn these situations that might be uncomfortable. Of course, it's important to look at what is holding us back, but also into fun ways so that we can make our finances, our investing, our saving, our whole lot a lot funner and also really be attracting the money in. Of course, I know there's a whole new world of manifestation, abundance out there that yes, everything's going to flow, and I'm open to this, but I do also think it's really important to marry the two, to have that abundance flow mindset, but also have your structures in place to be able to hold that. I hope this inspires you. Let me know how your financial landscape is looking, what you're planning for the future, maybe something fun you're saving for or putting aside, and how you're doing that. I would love to know and kind of expand and learn further together on this.